Assalamualaikum, my dear students. This is Shaila Akhtar, Assistant Professor English. This class is prepared for the students of class 11, and the topic of our today's class is Traffic Education from Unit 4, and we are going to discuss today from Unit 4, Lesson 1. And the title of lesson 1 is How Your Brain Negotiates Traffic. So my dear students, let's read from the text first, try to understand the meaning, and then we will switch to practice answering questions. Okay, my dear students, let's start reading. Here we have our text. When you are in the driving seat of a car, you have the steering and the horn in your hands. So we have two things in our hand. One is steering and the other is the horn. Using the steering, we can turn the car left or right, and using the horn, we can make others aware of our presence. The brake and accelerator under your feet. So using our feet, we can brake the car, or we can accelerate it, or we can increase the speed of the car. Eyes open, looking ahead, left and right. We also use our eyes wide open, looking ahead and left and right. The same can be said about a motorcycle rider. So the same thing is done by a motorcycle rider also, with some modifications. Okay, modifications means change. So with some, there may be some change. These are all very visible. So we can see all these changes, but behind all, there is something that keeps working unseen. So we can see our hands move, our feet work, and our eyes work, and we can do some visible activities, but behind all, there is something that keeps working unseen. Except our hand, feet and eyes, there is something which works, but we cannot see that. Then what is that? And that is the Central Processing Unit, or CPU. That means your brain. So our brain also works whenever we do something, but we cannot see our brains working. CPUs, that means the Central Processing Unit of an artificially intelligent. The CPUs are artificially intelligent machines that are programmed to do specific jobs under fixed conditions and judgments. So whenever a specific machine, artificially intelligent machine is working, there are some specific fixed conditions and judgments as inputs, according to which the CPU of the artificial intelligent machine work. But the human brain is intelligent by nature. So nature or God made the intelligence of human brain. It is the most sophisticated machine that is able to operate on 15 ever-changing conditions and standards of judgment. So the text is saying that that means the human brain is the most sophisticated machine. So here human brain is compared to a sophisticated machine, and the attribution is it is the most sophisticated machine, and it is able to operate on 15 ever-changing conditions and standards of judgment at the same time. As conditions in the traffic keep invariably changing, this virtue of sophistication of your brain must be at work when you are driving. So, whenever we are driving a car, there may be some invariably changing situations, and because of the sophistication of human brain, and it's being able to be acquainted with ever-changing conditions and the standards of judgment, it can cope with the situation very easily. The difference between traffic in the road and highways and racing circuit must not be blurring inside you. Here the text is making us aware of the difference between the traffic in the road and highways and the traffic in the racing circuit. So we should be careful about that. Never imagine yourself to be a Michael Schumacher driving an F1 at 300 miles per hour. So here we have a name, Michael Schumacher or Michael Schumacher. We will know about him later on, and we should not imagine ourselves as a Michael Schumacher driving an F1 at 300 miles per hour. So nobody drive a car on the road or highway at a speed of 300 miles per hour. So leave no room for fantasy. So we should not imagine. So here is no place for fantasy whenever we are on the road. You must always be ready to encounter unexpected behavior from any vehicle or pedestrian. That means we can follow the rules and regulations of the traffic, but anytime any unexpected thing can be happen to us whenever we are on the road. So we should be aware of that. Keep your cool is easy to advise but difficult to maintain. So keeping one's brain cool during driving, it is easy to advise but it is difficult to maintain for everybody. Still, you must always restrain yourself, because at the end of the day you don't want to be regarded as a killer. So we always should restrain or restrict ourselves from starting a race on the highway, because at the end of the day no one wants to be regarded as a killer or be killed on the road. Now you see, the last thing that differentiates you from a computer is your conscience. So conscience is the basic or main thing that makes the differentiation in between a human being and the machine or computer. Now, my dear students, let's start practice how to answer multiple choice questions. The first question is, what could be the closest meaning for accelerator? So accelerator means it's a type of device through which we can increase the speed of a vehicle. So here the options, given options are a device to increase the speed of a traffic, then a device to increase the speed of a car. So it cannot be the right answer, because an accelerator doesn't increase the speed of a car only, rather it increases the speed of each and every vehicle. An act of speeding. So an act of speeding actually is acceleration, but here the given word is accelerator. That means a device through which we can increase the speed of a traffic, or we can create an act of speeding. Then the fourth option, a brake like instrument. So an accelerator actually isn't a brake like instrument, because it does the opposite thing. So the right answer will be option A device to increase speed of a traffic. Now the second question, the word traffic in the text could be best replaced by. So let's know what is traffic. We can define traffic in this way. Traffic refers to all the vehicles that are moving along the roads in a particular area. So traffic includes all the vehicles moving on a particular road or area. So here the given options are car. So traffic is not only car. Option B, vehicle. Option C, traffic police. So traffic isn't traffic police actually. Traffic police is that police who control the traffic. And traffic jam. So it cannot be the right option. So the right answer will be, that means the word traffic can be replaced by vehicle. Now question number 3. The word encounter mentioned in the passage means. So the very word encounter means meet or face, confront or fight. The literal meaning of the word encounter. But here the question gives us some hint, that is the word encounter mentioned in the passage means. So according to the text, here encounter means actually meet suddenly or face suddenly. So here the given options are coming across, starting suddenly or confront. Though confront is a synonym of encounter, but we cannot use it as an answer here, because the very word encounter gives us the meaning of meet suddenly according to the text. So the right answer will be meet suddenly. Now question number 4. The phrase racing circuit stands for. So that means, what does the very phrase racing circuit mean? Here the options are car builders. Car builders means the factory or the owner of the factories where cars are built. Racing zone for cars, that means the specific area where the car racing, which is used for car racing. Car parking, the place where people park their cars. And car repair, the place where cars are rebuilt or repaired. So here the very phrase racing circuit means racing zone for cars. So the right answer will be option B. Now question number 5. The word pedestrian stands for. Here we have 4 options also. Not interesting, showing very little imagination, walker, and the last option is a person walking in an area where vehicles move. So here the right answer will be option D. The very word pedestrian means a person walking in an area where vehicles move. Now the question number 6. The word sophisticated means complex, refined, primitive, modern. So, if we want to consider the literal meaning of the very word sophisticated, we can use the synonyms for it, such as complex, complicated, refined, worldly, experienced, cultured, etc. But though we have complex and refined both the words here, but according to the text we have to use the very word refined, because the very word sophisticated is used as an adjective for the human brain. But human brain is not only a complex one but a refined one also. So the right answer will be, the word sophisticated means, the right answer is option B, refined. Now question number 7. What does computer lack? So here we have the options: capacity, capability, skill. All the three options are applicable for computer. Computers are capable, it has capability, it is skillful. So whatever computer doesn't have is conscience. Conscience means ethics or morals or principles or scruples. So here the right answer will be conscience. Now the question number 8. What does the word judgment mean in the passage? So here we have 4 options again. First one is assessment, the second option justice, the third option right, and the fourth option verdict. So according to the text, the right answer for the word judgment, meaning of the word judgment, is assessment, option A. Okay, my dear students, let's practice how to answer the open-ended questions. And the very first question is, who is Michael Schumacher? So you can be confused with the pronunciation, though it is a German proper name, proper noun. It will be pronounced in this way: Michael Schumacher or Michael Schumacher. So the answer will be, Michael Schumacher is a retired German racing driver. He is a 7-time Formula One world champion and is regarded as one of the greatest Formula One drivers of all time. So I would like to add some more information for you about Michael Schumacher. Schumacher was noted throughout his career for his ability to produce fast laps at crucial moments in a race and to push his car to the very limit for sustained periods. He was also noted for his pioneering fitness regime and ability to galvanize teams around him. And he was known as the Red Baron because of his red Ferrari, the car. And he was an ambassador for UNESCO, and Schumacher has been involved in humanitarian projects and has donated tens of millions of dollars to charity. In December 2013, Schumacher suffered a severe brain injury in a skiing accident. He was placed in a medically induced coma until June 2014. He left hospital in Grenoble for further rehabilitation at the University Hospital of Lausanne before being relocated to his home to receive medical treatment and rehabilitation privately in September 2014. So this is Michael Schumacher, and we already have known that why this name is mentioned in our text, to make us aware not to be like Michael Schumacher whenever we are on the road with a car to drive with. Now the next question, what do you understand by keep your cool? So let's read the sentence from the text. Keep your cool is easy to advise but difficult to maintain. So the question is very easy one. The answer, you can write this answer in this way. The words keep your cool or the phrase keep your cool mean to remain calm and careful while driving a car on the street. The next question is, how should your preparation be while driving a car? So let's think about the information given in the text and try to write it down accordingly. So we can answer this question in this way. While driving a car, we should sit in the driving seat properly, take the steering and the horn in our hands, the brake and accelerator under our feet, and eyes open looking ahead, left and right. The next question is, what is the difference between CPU and your brain? That means the human brain. So we can answer in this way according to the text obviously. CPUs are artificially intelligent machines programmed to do specific jobs under fixed conditions and judgments. However, the human brain is intelligent by nature. It is the most sophisticated machine that is able to operate on ever-changing conditions and standards of judgment. Now the next question, what do you understand by leave no room for fantasy? So we can answer this question in this way. In this passage, the words leave no room for fantasy indicates that we should never live in fantasy or imagination while driving a car. That is, we should not drive a car just for thrill or fun. If we think ourselves as Michael Schumacher, any brutal accident may happen. That means we shouldn't drive our car in the speed like Michael Schumacher. That means 300 miles per hour. Okay, my dear students, now it is time to summarize the passage. We already have read the text and we already have answered some questions using the informations from the text. So we have gathered some informations in our brain according to the text, and using those informations we can summarize the passage in this way. A driver should drive carefully. He, that means the driver, is not a machine. He should remain cool in the difficult situations. He has to control his nerve. He should leave no room for fantasy and should not compete with others. A driver must be patient because any reckless driving may claim death. Now the flowchart. So here I have shown the question for you. Read the following text and make a flowchart showing the function of human brain and CPU. And number 1 has been done for you. So here I only have used a few words, then dot dot dot, and again with a few words I have finished the passage. So with a view to help you, I am reading aloud so that you can understand and you can pick the informations from the very text. Though we have read it earlier, I am reading again. When you are in the driving seat of a car, you have the steering and the horn in your hands, the brake and accelerator under your feet, eyes open, looking ahead, left and right. The same can be said about a motorcycle rider with some modifications. These are all very visible, but behind all, there is something that keeps working unseen, and that is the central processing unit or CPU, your brain. CPUs are artificially intelligent machines that are programmed to do specific jobs under fixed conditions and judgments. But the human brain is intelligent by nature. It is the most sophisticated machine that is able to operate on 15 ever-changing conditions and standards of judgment. As conditions in the traffic keep invariably changing, this virtue of sophistication of your brain must be at work when you are driving. So this is our passage. Now let's see the next part of the question. That means the first one, which one is done for you, the flowchart, and then we will try to solve the question. That means we will try to make the flowchart. Okay, here is the rest of the question. That means the flowchart with the empty boxes, and the first one is given here. That means being central processing unit. So we will answer this question in this way. We will write a flowchart showing the function of human brain and CPU is given below. That means we will collect the informations about the function of human brain and the function of CPU from our text, and then we will arrange them accordingly. So here the first one is given or done for us. That means being central processing unit. So it is the function of CPU or definition of CPU. That means CPU is the central processing unit. Now we can add being artificially intelligent. So the CPU, that means the brain of the machine, and it is artificially intelligent. Now we can make the third one, that is being the most sophisticated machine. So it is about the human brain. Human brain is the most sophisticated machine. Now we have used here or shown here and another function of CPU working under fixed condition. So a machine with the CPU can work only under fixed condition. Now again we have shown the function of human brain, being able to work under changing environment. But the CPU or machine can work under fixed condition, but human brain is able to work under changing environment where the conditions are not fixed. And then the sixth one, being able to judge an event, and it is also a function of human brain, being able to judge an event. So here we have done to make the flowchart. Let's see what is waiting for us next. Okay, my dear students, here we have the question about information transfer, and the question given for us is here. Complete the table below with information from the text, whatever we already have read. So here we have 4 columns. The first column contains who or what. The second column contains activity or description about the subject who or what. Now again we have another column of what, that means about the description, and the last column gives us information about where something is happening. So here we have the table to complete, and the first one is dash finds steering in dash. So here the first dash requires a person or subject, so we can write here a driver. Now the sentence becomes a driver finds steering in dash number 2, that means in his or her hands. So according to the text we can write a driver finds steering in his hands. Now the second row is here. A driver finds dash under his feet. So we can write here the brake and accelerator. A driver finds the brake and the accelerator under his feet. Now the fourth dash, here the sentence is dash can operate on ever changing condition. So we already have the ideas about and the information from the text, that is the human brain can operate on ever changing conditions. So the answer for dash 4 will be the human brain. Now dash number 5, that means dash must be at work in human brain. So here the answer will be sophistication, or this virtue of sophistication. Here we can read that sentence from the text aloud. As condition in the traffic keep variably changing, this virtue of sophistication of your brain must be at work when you are driving. So here the virtue of sophistication, or we can use the word sophistication simply. So sophistication must be at work in human brain. Now the dash number 6 and dash number 7 is here, and it is about F1 in racing circuit. So we know that Michael Schumacher the great racer. He won the race for all the time, actually 7 times. So we can complete the sentence using the words like this: Michael Schumacher driving F1 in racing circuit. And we can consider this sentence from the text also. The text says, never imagine yourself to be a Michael Schumacher driving an F1 at 300 miles per hour. So here we have the sentence and we can answer this sentence in this way: Michael Schumacher driving F1 in racing circuit. Now dash number 8, dash should avoid dash. So the sentence from the text is, leave no room for fantasy. You must always be ready to encounter unexpected behavior from any vehicle. And so here we can answer this sentence in this way: the driver should avoid fantasy. Now the next sentence is, human brain differs from computer by dash. And the last sentence of the text from this passage from the text is, now you see, the last thing that differentiates you from a computer is your conscience. So we can answer, or we can fill the table using the very word conscience, and the sentence becomes, human brain differs from computer by conscience. So here we already have mentioned the answers with the sentences, and I already have told you how to fill the gaps using the specific words, and I have prepared a list for you on the next page so that you can write them down on your paper and practice later on. Let's see the list. Here we have the answers of the gaps from the table. The answer of gap number 1 is a driver. Answer for 2 is his or her hands. Number 3 is accelerator. Number 4, human brains. Number 5, sophisticated. Number 6, Michael Schumacher. Number 7, driving. Number 8, the driver. Number 9, fantasy. And number 10, conscience. So that is all for today, my dear students. Very soon we will meet again with another class. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and let's pray for each other. Hope we will be together very soon. Thank you.